Hello everyone, it's me, it's Ethan, and welcome back to another video of the RotySMP. Now what you just saw was me cleaning up all my kind of little messes around the server, because I've done a bunch of just miscellaneous building projects, and I thought I should get all my materials at my stupid little cave starter house. I will change that at some point. I need to get an actual home. 13 episodes in, and I still don't have a proper house. But that's not the point. I decided to clean up a bunch of stuff. I kind of hate the situation that it's in. I will sort all of this out at some point. The reason I am recording this now is because I've had very little motivation to continue building. And I figured that if I start recording, the motivation will come. And I hope that's the case. I want to start building some proper buildings in this village of mine. In a creative world, I have built something that can go here. I've been stuck on it for a while with deciding block palettes and the such, but I figured I just need to start building, because at this rate, it's going to take forever for me to actually make any good progress, or even just finish this village. So I want to start, hammering down some buildings and actually making some good progress. I think I want to build this building today. I want to build the little town center thing, whether it's a statue or a fountain or something, I don't know. And then maybe, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll build one more building. I'm excited for this whole village project, but at the same time, I know it's going to be a lot of work. So that's why I feel like I should just get started now. So right here should be a Badlands and a desert. And it is. Nice. This is good because I've spent some time doing some final designs on that house that I said that I didn't really have an idea for the block palette. And yeah, I spent some time, and I need some terracotta and also concrete. So, well, I'm aiming for the terracotta, obviously, and then I need sand, and then I'll get gravel somewhere else for concrete. Now, I don't need a lot of terracotta, but since I'm here, I might as well get it. And it saves me a little bit of a trip from coming back here anyways. Now that I got both the sand and the terracotta, I know where I can get some gravel, which is the last thing I need for some concrete. Right up behind my little starter house is a bit of a gravel mountain. I'm most likely going to be terraforming all of this anyways before I put the castle on top of it, so might as well get rid of some of this gravel and make it useful. Now there's one more thing that I'm going to need for this project, and that is green dye. Now I did grab some cacti when I was at the desert, but I also know I have a bit more there, and I'm not sure if I still have some green dye. I'm probably going to make a bit of a temporary cactus farm, just so I can get a lot more, green dye without using just all my cacti. Also, this frog has been up here since longer than I can remember, and this chicken has recently joined him, but that's not really the point. I want you guys to name this frog, because why not? I'm not really good with naming animals in Minecraft, so I'll just let you guys do it. Now, like I've said, this is going to be temporary. I'm going to make a far more efficient and far more permanent cactus farm at some point in the future, but for now, this will have to do. Now that is just the beginning, and that's definitely more than what I'm going to need for this building. I'm also going to need to grab some cobblestone dark oak, and spruce. This will definitely not be enough, but it is a good start in, well, I'm building over there anyways. The cacti over here will continue to grow, so. Okay, I'll do 11 and 11 for now. Do that. Okay, yeah, I definitely got way more than I needed. I'll have plenty left over anyways. 2, 3. Now, I've been really wanting to build with more types of blocks in Minecraft, as I feel like my palette has kind of grown bland, as you can kind of see with this. This looks really nice, at least I think so, but I want to add more color and build with more unique blocks than just wood and stone, because I've been doing that for years and years now, and I kind of want to branch out. So that's why I'm doing this whole terracotta and concrete thing. I've been watching a lot more BOO, which has been a huge inspiration to me as a builder, and the way he uses color and contrast and all of that just makes builds like stand out so much, and I'm quite jealous of him. So in this whole medieval village that I'm planning on making, I'm wanting to use a lot more blocks that I tend not to use that much. So the concretes, terracotta, maybe wool, some of the nether blocks, maybe like the warped and crimson wood, mushroom blocks, mushroom stems and all that are gonna be wicked fun, and all the newer stuff like mangrove, wood, and mud. Looking at this right now, I think I'm gonna want to have probably green wool as well, because just having these two blocks, I feel like there's not enough contrast between the two of them, and maybe a splash of green wool will be pretty nice. Oh yeah. I think that looks better. Now, I think, yeah, I got way too much terracotta, sand, and gravel, but hey, I'm definitely gonna need more in the future, so not really complaining. There we go. That's the outline of the roof. I'm kind of going for the same kind of roof as this, that's kind of like messy. because without that, this roof is going to be flat and kind of boring. There we go. That definitely looks like it's getting a bit more rough. Yeah. This is definitely starting to look a bit more worn down, which is nice. There we go. That ain't bad at all. I'm not sure why, but I just figured that I would kind of show you guys through my building process. I'm not sure, I didn't really want to do a time-lapse for this for some reason. Maybe because I figured it'd be kind of quick and small. That being said, there's still quite a lot that needs to get done. So I'm not sure I've actually told you guys what this building is supposed to be. The plan for this is it's basically going to be a building for people who are entering the village. So people will be coming along and they kind of have to like check in here, and this is like where a bunch of probably important paperwork would be stored and stuff. This most definitely isn't something that was in actual medieval times. It doesn't have to be, like, this whole village doesn't have to be 100%, you know, realistic, because, well, it's Minecraft, so you can kind of just make anything you want to. So, a medieval check-in area where you do paperwork will just work here, because why the hell not? Since I've opened my ender chest, you see that I've gotten a lot of shulker boxes, and in between last episode and now, I have went to the same end city that we went to last episode, so it's not like I went to explore new cities, and I just got a bunch of shulker boxes to just make my ender chest more efficient, and I also got a resource pack, a mod, I don't even know what you want to call this, that shows me what's inside my shulker boxes, which has been so nice. Yeah, I've gotten a few resource packs just for a few quality of life stuff. Like, as a builder, for one thing, I put on a texture pack that makes dark oak leaves darker than oak leaves, because for no reason in regular game, dark oak leaves are literally the same texture of oak leaves. No difference at all. So just having this slight difference may end up being quite nice from, I don't know, builds, but also it's just nice in general. I also got a texture pack for extinguish campfires, so get rid of all the like soot and stuff at the bottom, which makes stuff like this seem a lot cleaner, which is nice. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that, just in case any of you guys saw any small little differences in my videos going forward. And now we can start work on the interior. I mean, well, I kind of already started, but more serious work on the interior. So one thing I want to do is kind of clean up this roof. And I can put a few details here and there. Now we can actually start furnishing this place. Now, I have to take this away from this home, and I'm gonna give it a new home. Right there. There we go. I'd say that the interior is finally complete. I think I like it. It's kind of cozy. I might put one more painting here maybe actually. But it's nice. We have like a filing cabinet thing, general shelves, storage, a grandfather clock. I love doing this design with the village bell. A cartographer table because I just thought, you know, might as well give this building a little bit of actual function, so having a cartography table in here may be nice, and then a book. Not sure exactly what that's going to be used for. There are a few more things that I want to do with this building. One is probably get some more depth to these walls, I would say. Maybe trapdoors, signs. Another thing is, of course, adding probably a few more lanterns around. And then the last one, probably adding some like bushes or like vegetation, maybe a custom tree or two, just so that this building, you know, seems a bit more fit in. At least for the time being, I'm finished with this building. I've added some nice little custom pine trees along with a bit of bone meal and a few leaves acting as bushes, just to make this place feel built into the environment, I suppose, and not just standing out just in a field of grass. So I think I enjoyed this little piece of, I guess, landscaping with the trees, and I think it turned out quite good. Tronbite also decided to pay a visit and check out building progress, and well, anyways, speaking of Tronbite, he added a little mod to the server. It's nothing that actually like changes gameplay of like a typical Minecraft experience, but I'll just show you. It's like a kill feed thing, which is pretty cool, I must admit, but you can kind of see the issue. For example, when I'm getting food, it does fill up the chat quite quickly. The biggest issue is when you're using farms like my zombie farm. Now you see, I now have a bunch of zombies with me. Yeah, the biggest annoyance sometimes, especially when people are recording or streaming or something, is you can see other people's kill messages in chat. This isn't client side or anything, so I'm not the only one getting these messages. It's cool. Don't get me, like, Tronbite, I know you're gonna watch this. It's cool. I like it. But it would be cool if we could, like, take some mobs out of the kill feed, like zombies, since this farm does get used a decent amount for XP. I like the idea, Tronbite. It can just get probably a little annoying, especially if there's a lot of killing happening in chat. Okay, now I can continue with my village. I think I want to not necessarily finish, but at least continue the outline for the village. The reason why I didn't continue it over here is I didn't exactly know what I wanted over here, especially in this plot and in this plot right here. These two plots. Probably going to be houses of some sort, but also I want to figure out like what kind of houses would go in this area next to a farm. So at the very least, I'm probably going to rough out the coast a little bit better because it is kind of a weird shape. And then I can at the very least put some like outlines with cobblestone so I can at least have a plan in the future for, I guess, the farming district. As you can see, I've added a few more outlines to the village for future houses and stores and what have you. I did not make any of the outlines for any of the farms along this stretch, mainly because I don't know how big the farms are gonna be, and by that information, I wouldn't know how big the buildings around them would need to be, so I'm gonna save that part for actually building the farms first, and then I can build the buildings around them as needed. Now, I think I want to build at the very least one more thing in this video, just because I want to kind of continue the progress of my village. I think I may build that town center, so I'm thinking some sort of monument, not necessarily in the shape of anything specific, or a fountain, maybe. Okay, so after some building on my creative test world, I've came up with an idea for what's gonna go here. It's kind of like a stone spire, I suppose, is the best way to put it. It's kind of like a monument or something. Unfortunately, that does mean that I'm gonna have to make this circle slightly bigger, at least for the plan that I have in my mind. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okay, so this will be replaced with the block tough bricks, tough polish, tough blah blah blah. This is just here for an outline. So I will kind of fix up the path. Okay, that's slightly better. Now I'm gonna do a slight bit of resource collecting, whether that means me looking through my chest for blocks or going out to get them, and then you guys will get to see a nice little time lapse of me building a little spire right there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm so glad that Tough has different block variants now, with the bricks and the polished stuff and the chiseled stuff. It's just so nice to have another like stone type. I think this looks pretty good. This design isn't 100% my own. At least the shape of it is based off of something that B-Dubs has done and is building with B-Dubs World. But I decided to make it out of Tough instead of, I think he uses stone bricks and Rossi stone bricks and stuff like that. But I'm pretty happy with this. As you can see, there's floating particles all around, and that is because I have snuck one of these in here, Spore Blossom. That has made this surrounding area just a bit more, I don't know, vibey, I guess. And maybe it gives this little monument a little bit of a magical feel to it. That is pretty darn nice. And I think with that, I may call it for this episode. I know it didn't get much done, but I'm in a weird spot with Minecraft where I want to play it, but also, like, I don't know what's holding me back from building this village as quickly as I feel like I should. One thing that I've considered doing is to make different kind of content. Not saying I necessarily need a break from Minecraft. although that could help, but maybe a hardcore series or just a survival series or high pixel, maybe challenges with friends or something that isn't the SMP. There's nothing against this SMP. I really enjoy that I am even part of this, but I think having the ability to like make content that isn't 100% this SMP all the time would be nice. I've made a few videos on my channel, on this channel, that aren't SMP things, and both making them and editing them, like, they're a nice break. So I may consider trying to do more of that. I hope you guys would be okay with that as well. Okay, sorry for the little rambling, but I think with that said, I'm going to be good with this video. Didn't do much, 2 buildings and a bit of a outline. With that said, I think I want to make at least 1 building every episode, probably 2 or 3 at most per episode. That will give me a nice like schedule to kind of do, to keep somewhat on pace. I know my uploads haven't been super consistent, but I don't know. I just think having a goal of 1 to 3 episode or 1 to 3 buildings per episode is a pretty smart idea. Okay, yeah, that's it. Goodbye.